And I'm Michelle Edmonds. Our big story: hunting season getting underway. And this year, some hunters are concerned about a new law that imposes harsh penalties on people trespassing on private land.
6 on your side, Steve Liebenthal has the story in tonight's Idaho Backroads Report.
Pat Ewing loves to hunt in Adams County. On this day, he is looking for grouse, but he says a new trespass law makes him leery about hunting in this area.
Down in the woods, saw a grouse fly out to the left through the forest. I'd like to go and hunt and pursue that grouse. I don't know if I can.
Why not?
Because of the private property law that passed, I could be in big trouble and get big fines if I go onto private property and hunt.
The new law that went into effect July 1st dramatically harshens the penalty for trespassing while easing landowners' requirements to identify private property.
The new thing is that the requirement for a landowner to post their property every 660 feet is no longer part of the code. Okay. So now it's a more reasonable person standard where if the property is marked in such a way that a reasonable person would believe it's private, that's the main requirement.
A reasonable person would likely understand that land like this is private. Fish and Game has included a form in this year's hunting regulations for sportsmen to ask permission in places like this, but in places where there is a patchwork of private and public land, knowing where you need permission can be anything but clear.
Right now, on either side of the road that I'm on, there is public land, but if I take 5 steps forward, suddenly I'm on private land. Without this GPS unit, I would have no idea which was which.
O'Connell admits the new law may present challenges to sportsmen, so he says this season the department will focus more on education than prosecution.
Especially with a new law, we try to do as much education as we can and hope to ease the public into things. So we try to be understanding and compassionate and empathetic with people, realizing that it is a new law.
However, if a landowner is determined enough to sign a complaint, officers are likely to issue a citation. Under the new law, a first offense results in a minimum fine of $500. Trespassers causing damage a second time could lose hunting and fishing license, and a third offense could result in a $50,000 fine and up to 1 year in jail. The good news for hunters is the availability of GPS units and apps available on smartphones that will tell you exactly when you are and are not on private property. Fish and Game suggests hunters invest in the technology, and Ewing agrees.
Having GPS would allow me to go into the property and hunt and not feel like I was threatened.
And what if you didn't have the GPS?
I probably would elect not to go hunting here because I just wouldn't know the situation.
Steve Liebenthal, 6 on your side.
Story we will follow up on. Yeah. And by the way, GPS units run as much as $300.
And that smartphone app you just saw called OnX is available for about $30 per year.
Well, Scott, another nice day to be outside, whether you're